Welcome, brave souls, to a journey through the most haunted places in Washington state. We're talking about places where the veil between our world and the next is thin. Paper thin. Like one of those gas station receipts that you just can't seem to tear in half. We're talking about places where the echoes of tragedy and mystery linger in the air, where shadows move just a little too quickly, and where you might just feel a cold breath on the back of your neck even though no one's there. Or is there? Prepare yourself for spine-chilling tales and eerie encounters. This is not for the faint of heart. This, my friends, is the real deal. Our first stop on this ghostly tour is the Seattle Underground, a network of subterranean streets and storefronts frozen in time. Back in 1889, a fire ripped through the city, forcing Seattle to rebuild on top of itself. Now, beneath the bustling city above lie the remnants of a forgotten world. They say the spirits of those lost in the fire still wander these tunnels, their ghostly whispers carried on the damp air, footsteps echoing in the darkness, disembodied voices calling out from the shadows. Are these just tricks of the mind or something more sinister? Whatever it is, one thing's for sure, you don't want to be down here alone. Next we venture to Thornwood Castle, a grand estate with a dark heart. Built in the early 1900s, this place has seen it all: love, loss, and maybe even a haunting or two. Some say it's haunted by the original owner's wife, Anna, who tragically died just a few years after the castle was built. People have reported seeing a woman in white wandering the halls, her sorrowful eyes peering out from windows. Is it Anna, searching for peace, or is it something else entirely? Whatever the answer, Thornwood Castle remains a place where the past refuses to stay buried. Chapter 3. The Oxford Saloon, where spirits belly up to the bar. Our third haunted location is the Oxford Saloon, a Seattle institution with a history as colorful as its clientele. Established in 1900, this place has seen its fair share of rowdy patrons and late-night brawls, so it's no surprise that some of those restless souls decided to stick around. People have reported seeing a ghostly bartender polishing glasses, and a shadowy figure lurking in the corner booth. Is it just the lingering spirits of good times past, or something more sinister? Maybe it's the cheap drinks. Whatever the reason, the Oxford Saloon remains a favorite haunt for both the living and the dead. Chapter 4. Manresa Castle. Checking in, but never checking out. As we continue, we find ourselves at Manresa Castle, a towering Victorian mansion perched on a hill overlooking Port Townsend. Built in 1892, this place has served as a Jesuit retreat, a military school, and now a hotel. But some guests say they've gotten more than they bargained for. There are stories of doors slamming shut on their own, disembodied laughter echoing through the halls, and even full-bodied apparitions appearing in the dead of night. One of the most active spots is said to be room 302, where a monk supposedly jumped to his death. Are these just tall tales spun to spook tourists, or is there something truly sinister lurking within Manresa's walls? Chapter 5. Northern State Hospital, Echoes of Madness. Finally, we arrive at Northern State Hospital, a sprawling complex of decaying buildings just outside Sedro-Woolley. Once a mental asylum, Northern State housed thousands of patients in its time, many of whom never left. Now, it stands abandoned, a haunting reminder of a darker chapter in Washington's history. Visitors and urban explorers have reported hearing screams echoing down empty hallways, seeing shadowy figures darting between buildings, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. It's said that the spirits of those who suffered within these walls still linger, unable to find peace. Thank you for joining us on this haunted journey through Washington state. We've explored the dark corners, felt the chills, and maybe even encountered a ghost or two, or maybe it was just the wind. But hey, who am I to say? If you dare, visit these places yourself and see if you can encounter the spirits that still roam these haunted grounds. Just don't blame me if you end up running for the hills. Until next time, stay curious and stay spooky.